var liksom som att man så här, gör vad fan man vill.
Så länge man bor så här, så man bor själv i en 2 så liksom har man tid till att bara så här grinda Discord på.
Ja, jag tänker det. Tänk om jag kunde få gå upp ur sängen när jag ville gå upp ur sängen. Alltså det är en sån jävla lyx alltså. Jag kan tänka mig att det är ännu värre för dig med 2 barn.
Okej. Den kan pinga.
Du kommer inte ens ihåg tiden innan liksom.
Vad fan gjorde man innan?
Inget ett skit.
Hej Rasmus!
God morgon.
God morgon.
Pushar ut
It did
1 million
troops. Might as well do the extra at everyone. Everyone gets a ping. Oh yeah, there's people. Oh my god.
People are coming
in. No, the shades weren't on. No, they've seen me. No.
You have eyes.
Couldn't even make it a few weeks until I
expose yourself.
Okay, I guess we can wait a little bit because it seems like. Are we gonna break the record today? I think we will.
Let's see.
I think we're breaking it in 2
the
seconds.
It's going up. Woo!
We're just waiting, pre-warming the start.
Warm up.
So I'm gonna be tracking. If you wanna turn on the chat on the side there, so you can see, or if you can see anything at all. Yeah, there you go. I will be tracking Twitch for us, the Twitch chat. So we're streaming this to Twitch and Discord. No YouTube stream though yet. Maybe in the future.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're almost at 5k subs, so that we can
on YouTube.
Yeah.
Oh wow, all the numbers are like crazy.
Should just start doing content there as well.
Yeah, no, not just TikTok dances, right?
Will we be able to ask questions about the game today? Of course. That's what the Q&A is for, baby.
It's all about it.
Yeah, we still haven't officially. We're just. Tell me when to start.
Yeah, we maybe wait a more minute.
Yeah,
right?
Like we can wait a bit.
5 minutes. Yeah. The classic.
So, we have some new nice drinks here.
Yeah, we not just have the cheapo piston head.
Yeah.
Some of us are more well dressed than usual to celebrate the special occasion.
I did shave my beard. That was something.
I took a shower this morning.
I understand what you mean. Like as a parent, you're like, wow, you took a shit. Yeah. I haven't taken a shower in 5 days.
Yeah. It feels like it. It's been like we pushed the demo and then it's been like, okay, now the bugs.
Yeah.
What can we fix?
Yeah.
But okay, let's wait a bit more and then do the official.
One more minute, yeah.
We have to pass 200 viewers, otherwise we will not start.
Yeah.
Nice.
It's like, what?
What the fuck?
If we start at any moment, I'm
It's
just
like,
waiting for the 200 people.
Two more minutes and then some people can caps out at 199. Is that true?
Nah.
No, that can't be true.
We've seen more.
Any plans to add first-person view in the ship? So, of course I will. Yes. Got it from the source.
When?
When?
That's the big question.
Hashtag soon.
Yeah,
no, it's definitely something we will add. We've had requests about that since I think January.
And it makes sense. And
Yeah.
not the hardest thing. So yeah, first person view, you got it.
Yeah.
So at some point, just gotta poke him some more.
Will we be able to board the ship in the hangar? Eventually, yes. Wait, I already started cheating here. Okay, we 193. So we got call your friends. We need 5 more people.
We're about to get 200, and we can.
Then, but I think we've already broken our viewer record. I think, actually. Seven
so
more.
Close. We have 183 on Twitch. Probably same people. But yeah.
Sorry?
We have 183 watching on Twitch as well.
Oh, okay.
Oh, so we combine those two.
Fantastic.
I don't know. Should
Wait,
we?
let's go.
Yeah, we're at the 195, 97. Oh,
No, no,
3 more. Stop quitting. You have to stay in here.
If these things happen at the same time, 5 minutes
4
past.
more.
Sorry, no Q&A.
I'm getting thirsty.
Do you guys hear me?
I just wanna...
Yeah, I'm drinking already. 3 more people. Yay! Okay, we got it. We got it.
All right,
Okay,
okay,
we can go.
All right, what is this?
My name is Filip Kolianos, and this is Jump Ship Dev Q&A. I'm the game director.
My name is Daniel Kaplan. I'm the CEO here at Keepsake Games, and we have...
This is Groove. Come with me if you want a game.
What? All right. All right.
I couldn't think of a
So,
catchphrase.
obviously we're sitting here with some very nice beer imported from Belgium. Had a nice vacation there last week. Celebrating such an amazing it's only been 1 week, 1.5 weeks since we launched the demo, and it's just been absolutely incredible. Yeah, do you want to talk a little bit about that, Daniel? The numbers.
Yeah, let's talk about some demo stuff. I'm gonna bring out my numbers. As you know, we officially launched the demo 2 days ago, on Monday, but we actually sneaked it out beforehand to you on Discord and whomever found it, I guess, which was a great testing period. So we had the demo out for a week, and then Next Fest started. So we got a lot of good feedback during that week, and we patched the game. Was it twice or 3 times?
Yes.
No, 3 times, just because it was the same day as Next Fest started as well.
It was like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday last week, and this week we are patching every single day, I think. Or like we've patched Monday, Tuesday, and I think there is a patch coming out now.
Yeah.
As
There
we
are some
speak.
audio bugs we want to fix and some invert gamepad things.
So that's been a nice fire drill. How do we supporting a live thing? That's not something we've done at this scale, like nearly as much.
No, exactly.
Yeah.
And we were lucky enough to be able to also test the game since January as well with the playtesters from the email signups, which has been really helpful. And since January, like, we've been fixing and stabilizing, adding new features, tweaking stuff, depending on what feedback we've gotten. We've been doing that throughout Next Fest as well, which is super cool. And we really appreciate everyone who has turned on the telemetry settings and also written reviews. Like, we have a 92% positive review score on the demo, which
is crazy.
It's amazing.
That's
it's amazing.
Good.
It's just been overwhelming, and like, for you people who don't send us telemetry, like, it's super fine. We have so much data, like, I think our backend almost drowned in all the data points that was been sent. So we definitely don't need more. So, like, don't feel guilty if you don't want to send us information. It's been overwhelming and in a positive way, right?
Anyway, my wife is calling me. I have to respond.
Okay. And then on top of that, we have a lot of help from you guys when it comes to bug reports, and then we've been collecting tons of information in the background as well about exceptions, bugs, crashes, all that stuff. So we've been like testing how to respond and fix things on a daily basis. And that's been working really well so far. So yeah, it's just been. And then about the numbers, like how many people we expected. I didn't know what to expect, but I certainly did not expect the amount of people playing. It's just been insane how sort of the numbers have been growing and growing and growing throughout last week and then this week as well.
Yeah, it's pretty amazing. Did you say how many have played the game?
No. I was waiting for you.
Okay.
Can we get some stats to compare to?
Yeah, so 330,000 people has played the game, the demo.
330,000. You heard it here first.
Yeah.
Damn. And we're not even like, this is day 3 of Steam Next Fest. Yeah. So that's incredible.
So it's pretty cool.
Yeah. And what was our peak? How many people played at the same time?
What was it? Let's see here. I think it was 7K.
Nay.
No, it was that.
No, it was
more.
bigger. Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
almost broke.
I think
10.
it's like 10.
No, we never got to 10.
Oh,
9,843 people.
Almost 10.
almost 10. I
Almost
rounded
10.
up.
Close. Very close.
Yeah.
But yeah, we are pleasantly surprised of how well the game is running. We thought we would be like working our asses off around the
Yeah,
clock
I thought
to
it
make
would be complete chaos, or like I was mentally prepared for that.
Yeah.
Because like, you know, it's been one thing to testing with say a couple hundred people, and then suddenly you have tens of thousands dropping in. It's a different ball game. But it's been super helpful. Like, I patched some fixes yesterday, and then like 5 minutes after the patch goes live, it's like, hey, why doesn't it no longer work for the gamepad? I'm like, oh shit. Just that sort of extremely quick response, and you guys being so helpful and sort of trying to iron out bugs.
Yeah, you have left really great bug reports both here and in Steam. I've been sending as much as I can, and we've been able to add quality of life things like very fast, so
Yeah.
that's great. And the rest of the stuff, we have to wait until we have some breathing room to add the big stuff. But like, everyone's done a superb job in giving us good reports. So we're like, oh, yes, thank you.
Yeah, it's overwhelmingly nice. Right. Do we have any other funny things? So we've been.
Do we have wish list numbers?
Yeah, sure. We haven't gotten the latest numbers yet, but the data we have so far is. Hang on, just a second.
There's somebody in the chat who is like trying to get ahead of you.
820,000 wish lists so far.
820,000. So like, we're closing to 1 million.
Yes.
And last Q&A, which was like 3 weeks ago, yeah, right? We had 710.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
we've just.
So that's been absolutely incredible.
Wow.
So thank you so much for playing. If you haven't given a review, please do. And we also have a survey inside of the game with a bit more specific questions.
Yeah.
Super helpful if you want to fill that in. If you don't, it's okay. We're also overwhelmed with data there as well. But it's like, you know.
Yeah.
Please voice your
everything
opinion.
helps.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Your opinion matters.
Yes. Yeah. We talked about this before as well, like how we collect feedback and how that works. And we have the Discord server, we have the Steam forums, we have the survey, we have the Steam reviews. We also have our own telemetry system, and also the crashes and bug reports. So when you enable to send us information from in-game, we get some additional data that helps us when we want to fix bugs. So it makes the bug fixing period shorter for us. We don't need to guess as much when looking at the reports.
Yeah, I mean, I guess this time we don't have too much new stuff to show. It's just the demo's out. Keep having a really great time, and we're gonna answer as much as we can.
Yeah.
From chat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So pick a question, Morten.
Do I get first dibs
Yes.
on?
Someone asked, can we please save the layout of the engineer grid? We will. You will be able to save that for sure. It's not something we will patch in the demo, but it will definitely be there for launch. We agree. It's super annoying the way it works, but just be patient.
Yes.
Everything that like seems annoying, we're probably gonna fix because we also think it's kind of annoying.
Yeah.
Like the power grid.
The hard part is to decide how annoying things are.
And then prioritizing. Someone just wanted to quick.
I saw a quick question I can answer to. There was a question about will the progression from the demo move over to the full game. It will not.
No.
Don't expect anything to work from your save file.
It's not even a given that the components you unlock in the demo will be unlocked in the same order in the same region.
We'll probably change
we might change stuff. So sadly you can't save that, but we did not really expect players to play so many hours. The demo was like, okay, maybe you play 1 or 2 hours and then people are happy. But it seems like some of you playing 10 plus, 20 plus hours. So yeah, I understand you've invested a lot of time, but we did not anticipate that kind of huge engagement. So sadly, we are gonna have to move things around, and that means your progression will not be carried over.
Big question as well. Sorry, I'm stealing here.
No, they're good. I mean, there's just so many to pick
We
from.
actually forgot to talk about this, but I think we're gonna fix it really easily during our planning meeting. How do you reset the football?
You shoot it with a pistol.
No, but when it falls out, you have no football left. Right?
Just restart the hanger.
Yeah, I guess so easy. There's like one button, respawn.
Yeah.
We'll get there eventually.
We'll get there. I hate that the football is like hovering over ground. It's hovering because it used to start under the ground and enter
Spawned
the kill
in before
volume
the level
and get
spawned.
destroyed, and then the character says, "Oh no, the football is outside."
We'll get there
fix that.
eventually.
Will there be matchmaking or a server browser? Server browser, yes.
That's definitely what we're talking about.
Public and private lobbies for.
But matchmaking, I think we hold off with that. We don't think the game needs it. But I mean, it's like if we get enough requests to have matchmaking once the server browser is in, we'll reconsider that decision, of course. But yeah, as of today, we are committing to the server browser, and that's it.
Yeah, we've also seen like a lot of things being asked several times. Like for instance, will I be able to keep my loot? Will I keep the gear I'm wearing when returning back to the hangar? And also, I saw one here. Let's see. Will I be able to visit the ship while in the hangar? Maybe you can talk about those 3 things, because there are like a lot of people are asking.
Yeah. So we've definitely seen like there is this need for somehow in some way, I've found a lot of cool stuff, especially at the end of the mission, and then I never get to use it, or like what's the point of even collecting stuff at the end of a mission? This is one of the bigger design things that we've been juggling around, and I think we have a solution for it. I'm not ready to kind of sort of show it or announce it, but I'm pretty confident that we have a really cool idea on how to kind of, I've noticed some people are like fine with things not carrying over and thinking that's a positive thing. I think we have a solution that will make everybody happy. Yeah, I promised. So you can hold it against.
Let him cook.
But yeah, I'm not ready to talk about how, but it's definitely one of the most important items that we have been discussing in-house, since so many have been asking for it. So we have a solution in theory, on paper. We're gonna implement it, see how it works, and then we can kind of get back to you on how it works. I think we have a really cool idea that would not only just solve these issues in a very elegant way, it would also kind of enhance this sort of space fantasy that we kind of are striving for.
Stuff. There's been mentions of like a bigger thing. So people want the battleship.
Oh yeah.
The big, and we've made some promises.
I made a promise, yeah.
Yeah. And tying into that, people want to play as like more than 4 player to populate the battleship. They just want more players in general. People have been suggesting like 2 ships at once missions. How are we thinking about?
Yes. So I still promise a battleship once we reach 1 million
copies sold.
The definition of a battleship is something I will take creative ownership over as well. More than 4 players, we are not really actively discussing to up that cap. We'll see. Depends on I don't see that being something we will even discuss within the near future or even the long future, but at some point, yeah, sure, we could once we've done everything else and this is the perfect game, then maybe we could reiterate on sort of 4 players.
I think I forgot to mention or answer a thing like will you be able to visit the ship in the hangar?
We want that. There are some technical challenges related to like, because you can swap ship at any moment when you're like picking a ship that you want to go for the next mission. and then it actually physically kind of gets swapped in the hangar. And to make that technically work is a bit of a pain, and that's the reason why you can't visit the ship right now. We also have to make sure that you can't interact. Like
Yeah, it's a big UX issue as well.
yeah, like okay, if someone is fiddling around with the pizza machine, how are we gonna handle that when somebody's swapping the ship? Do you really want to run down and sit down in the ship and lift every single? It's a really cool thing, but do you really want to do that every single time, or is it gonna feel like a chore? You wanna like have some interesting activities, but some activities we have to lock out. So it's kind of a large subject that we kind of really need to break down and kind of solve one by one. So it's gonna take time, but it's definitely something we have talked about for years and decided, okay, you know what? Let's focus on sort of the core loop, the game, and then we'll definitely revisit that a little bit later. So I can't give a timeline on when, but it's definitely on our radar, and we keep talking about how to do that. So yeah, it's there. It will happen at some point for sure.
Speaking of part of the core game, endless mode will be that.
So yeah, we definitely will be in. Can't promise for the launch. I can also not commit to exactly how. We have a few options on our tables on how to deal with endless, but it's very high on our list to make happen. Probably, yeah. I'm not gonna say too much, so I'll leave it there. But like, there are different options on how to do it, and we will, get back to you once we're ready to kind of have a design that kind of feels like it ticks those boxes. Procedurally generated missions. I mean, the missions are kind of procedural. I guess I'm meaning the level themselves. Yeah. How many mission types will there be? I don't have the number in my head. I think 7 or 8 or something like that, maybe, depending on how you count. Don't take my word for it. I know you're gonna record it, but like I think it's between 6 and 8, maybe.
Big question as well. Can you get any pizzas without pineapple?
Nope.
Yeah,
not gonna happen.
We're not compromising on that.
When you add a cart that you can use to move items, like in Repo. No, the players have their own inventory, kind of, and that's we're gonna stick with that. Maybe you can dump stuff on the buddy bot at some point, but like we've been floating that idea around, but I don't think there's a need for it right now.
Okay, I see Puddle asking about inertia, drifting.
Yeah,
So,
the ship.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. So
People want realistic ship movements.
There is definitely a lot of opinions about the ship movements. Also, I think another big issue that we've been discussing quite intensely is, as a pilot, how do I avoid damage? Right now, I just feel like there's no skill to it. I'm just floating around and ships are shooting at me, and I can't really do much. The only skill moment is me kind of aligning my crosshair and shooting at enemy ships, and that's it. And I think we have like talked about a lot of different things to kind of mitigate that issue. I think like for one is a lot of communication, where like you can actually do. The idea is that the boost of the ship is actually kind of a dodge, so you can use the boost to avoid missiles, avoid railguns, but it doesn't really communicate. It doesn't feel like it's working, and then a lot of other damage you can't really avoid. So we are definitely going to work with the boost being a lot more communicative and what attacks you can avoid with the boost. But we're also looking into other ways to make it feel like you have a lot more options as the pilot. I'm going to start prototyping that tomorrow, actually, so I'm not going to talk too much because maybe it doesn't work, and then I have to take my words back. But it's definitely an area, the pilot role, flying the ship and all these things, is definitely one of the top things that we are working on right now to feel better and make the pilot feel like they have, there is some progression in terms of like I'm getting better at this, and there is like tools that I have available as a pilot to be a good pilot and sort of do a good job. So although I'm not ready to make any promises, I can just tell you like that's one of the top priorities right now, to make that feel as nice as maybe running around and shooting and dodging bullets and stuff like that. Yeah.
Good stuff. So much. So I've seen several talking about modding support. Unless something has changed, it's not on our priority list to do it officially. So like, no tools, no Steam Workshop, but we're all super cool with it.
Yeah, I mean, we've at least I haven't seen somebody in the official Discord, but I remember in the closed beta Discord there was a very savvy individual who were like, cutting open the game and doing all kinds of stuff, and we're totally fine with that. That's really cool.
Yeah,
we just think the game itself is quite complex. There's so many parts to it, so it's like really difficult to kind of like make modding tools that are that doesn't require you to basically be a professional game dev.
Yeah, but also like we change so much things all the time.
Yeah.
So it would be hard to make sure the mods are always compatible as well.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't know. No.
Yeah, it's a huge technical thing, and I don't see that even being a discussion point until I don't know, once we hit like the version of the game where we're like, so okay, we're done. The only thing left is adding mod support, and then still we're gonna have to sit for years dealing with that. So sadly, yeah, it's a very complex game to kind of support modding. So, but with that said, if you find ways to kind of change art or adding your own ship, even, I mean, I say good luck. I'd be very impressed if somebody managed to do that. We're not gonna stop you, of course. Once you buy the game, it's your game, and then you have the right to do whatever you want with it. So yeah, I just applaud you guys for trying, and sort of sometimes I've seen some cool stuff coming out of it, so that's cool.
Do your best and have fun. We look forward to seeing Star Trek ships.
No, I do not.
No,
I hate Star Trek. Star Wars is the shit.
Wow! Don't make.
Why are you in Star Trek? I don't know. It's boring.
Why? Oh, we have to turn the stream off. I'm sorry, everyone.
The Expanse has the best ships. I mean, it's like a really fresh air. The Expanse. I love the TV series, and I watched all of it. Sadly, is like the ships are always like they're realistic enough that they're all tubes with an engine in the back. There's not much creative stuff going on there, which I think is a bit sad. It makes total sense for the series, but as a creative individual, if I wanted to create my own The Expanse ship and I know 3D, I'd be like, yep, tube, engine, front, that's it. So
did it.
Are we getting more ships? Yes. There will be one more ship for launch, and I know that we are gonna have
for the early access launch.
Yes. And we're gonna have someone working on new ships continuously for a long time, because we know that 2 ships is not enough.
Ships are fun.
Ships are amazing, and we want that to happen. So yeah, rest assured, we're not gonna stop making cool ships until you guys are so tired of us adding ships, and it becomes more than you even can keep in your head, and you're like, oh god, why do you keep doing this? A lot of people actually speaking of ships, want to have like small fighter ships.
Yeah,
I've seen that requested so much, and there is a fun fact here. When I started making Hyperspace Pirates of Aetheria, the early version of what later became Jump Ship. The prequel. There was a drone.
Yeah.
Oh,
So one player could actually.
We had it in Jump Ship as well at one point.
Yeah. In the early versions of the game, we have videos of this, maybe even online.
Maybe.
Maybe
we're running around in pajamas.
Yeah. Or if we didn't delist that video, so basically it was like a panel. You walked up to this interaction, then you could control a small drone. And people could grapple onto that drone, and you could fly around together with it. It was slow, and we removed it because it was a bit of like, where do we want to go with this? It wasn't really clear.
No.
Long story. So we have been exploring that, and I think it's a really cool idea, and I think we will add it at some point. But exactly how, whether it's like because like the thing I don't want is like a giant ship with a big docking bay, and that's the only ship that has small fighters. Because then I was like, okay, but obviously everybody's going to play with that ship because that's the coolest one. I would like all ships to have that ability to kind of have small fighters or whatever. We just need to figure out how that technically is going to work and make it so that all the other options, whether that's a railgun or the other components that you have, missile launchers and all these things, feel kind of equal, so that this thing is not so interesting that everything becomes pale in comparison. So there is some design work there, but it's something that really excites all of us here at the studio, and judging by the huge amount of requests, I think it will happen at some point. But as of today, it's not part of any roadmap in the near future, but rest assured, it will pop up eventually.
I see a lot of questions or repeated questions about when's the release date and how much will it cost. We don't have a release date and we don't have a price to announce at this point.
Yep.
But we will. It will be released this summer in early access. And
Coming later this summer.
This summer.
But no details. Just
Yes.
please
Bear
hold
with
on
us,
a
yes.
bear with us a bit longer.
2 questions. What's the inspiration for Jump Ship, and will Xbox players be able to get a demo? Can you touch Xbox and I can
Xbox,
take it first?
yeah, sure. Xbox demo, maybe. We're not sure. We definitely want to try to make a demo or like have like closed beta thing that we did on PC. It all depends on like the Xbox is still very crashy, unfortunately, and that's why we don't have a beta yet. It's been more problematic than we thought to work with, but we'll get there eventually.
Yeah. And the first question, what's the inspiration to Jump Ship? So that one, I think we have to go back to 2012. I think that's the ballpark when I started the project initially. And the first idea was, because I watched this, I never played it actually, but it was this game called Artemis Space Simulator or Bridge Simulator, something like that. Search for Artemis, you'll find it. And it was like this brilliant game where you and your friends kind of sat together like a LAN party. It was supposed to almost be played like a LAN party, and you would all kind of role play one person at the bridge of a Star Trek ship. So like you would take the helms, I would be on comms, and Morten, you would be, I don't know, flying the ship or something. And we all had like this screen representing like the controls that we had. I do not like Star Trek, okay, but the idea was cool. What I liked about it was sort of where it was kind of a blend between role playing and sort of a computer game where like a lot of stuff happened in the room, and they had a really great community, and the community did a lot of really cool videos. Like they dressed up as Star Trek crews, and they had like create a little scene, and they were like making a trailer for this thing, and I loved everything about it except sort of the game mechanics, because it looked so slow and boring, and most people, like if you were on comms, you had nothing to do most of the time. You were just like, hey, will you give up? Will you give up? Will you give up? And had not much to do. So I figured, hey, this is really cool, but I think I could do something better on my own. So then I started what later became Jump Ship. Yeah, that's the origin story.
Another question. Will we keep up the demo till the game launches in early access? No, but we may extend the next fest.
That's cool.
Demo.
Didn't know that.
Yeah. We'll see. We're still discussing.
Yeah. No,
but that would be super cool because some people
Yeah.
can't play this week, and maybe we'll extend it, a little bit. But we'll see. We haven't decided yet exactly. Because the thing is that we still we want to go back to the main branch of the game and continue working and iterating and fixing bugs there as well. Like we're now running, it feels like we're working on 2 games now, 2 builds, which is a lot of work.
We were sitting in this room talking about
Yeah.
not the actual game, but like
the early access.
the early access version, and then you walk out in the studio and like we all want to make you guys happy and fix all the crashes, disconnects, missing options, and all these features.
Yeah.
And as soon as the game is live, we tend to but let's just spend one more day
Yeah.
fixing such and such, and it's a little bit distracting.
Yeah, it's hard to juggle two things. Like we want to do the quality of life fixes for the demo, and at the same time we want to go back and build new features.
Yeah.
And it's hard to do both.
Yeah.
And the demo has been giving us all the feedback we need. We just need to go back to the main branch and continue fixing and working on it. But yeah, we obviously see that a lot of people want to play the game, but it's a lot of work to maintain the demo as well, and
Yeah.
we won't be able to do it till the early access launch.
When is the next update that adds anything other than fixes? I think we will probably just do fixes.
On the demo, yeah.
Yeah, I think we have. If the patch is not already out, I think it will be out very soon. But it's only like handful of small things.
It's also like with new features, also new bugs comes.
Yeah, so we're becoming more
yeah.
and more conservative
Yeah.
with whatever we want to change.
Yes.
Oh yeah, the interior exterior customization besides color and hanger. I know we've been looking at stickers for ships. Maybe.
Sticker. I think we're open. Like, yeah, we'll see. I mean, we want to do a lot of things, but I think we can't make much promises yet on sort of extending the ship customization beyond what it is. I would love to see decals, like I can just stamp something on top of the ship and stuff like that. Some people might want to change the interior, like add stuff like that. It's definitely something that would be awesome. I haven't seen so many people screaming about that in the Discord.
Yeah, it's not the biggest thing.
So
that would be Hotas.
Yeah. And Linux, but the Linux people are happy now because they have the Steam Deck. So, but yeah, like we're not gonna actively work on this. So if you really want it, you have to scream a lot.
Don't encourage them to no. Yeah.
Will there be different hangers? We've talked about that. So that's probably. As you progress through the main story, you might have the option to move your hometown, so to speak.
Yeah, the idea is like when you're progressing, like if you're at the galaxy map, you see all the regions that are still locked. That when you unlock more regions, that you will eventually move around, and your hangar would be moved with those regions as well. Like you would be visiting new places in the universe. But yeah, we'll see what that happens.
Yeah, exactly. How that will work? Will there be any benefits to that?
Maybe it's just cosmetics.
Maybe it's probably just cosmetic. We don't know yet. But
it would be cool,
sense.
like when you feel that you're, entering more the center of the galaxy, that you feel that oh shit, it's more tense here. Like it's always burning, or like something weird, or like different music and different ambience. That's a bit more spoopy.
Spoopers.
Yeah. I found interesting questions. Could we have a different primary weapon that is viable in the hangar? So that opens up another interesting discussion, which is right now we have progression with a ship. Obviously, you can get new ships, upgrade your current ship, get more components. In the game right now, there is nothing for the players, like my character, right? And that's something that we are definitely gonna put in. We've talked about not just unlocking new suits, but also I don't know what we're gonna call it, like augments or like mods to your suit, chips, upgrades or whatever, so you can create your own character that is good at certain things. Maybe you have one extra magazine or stuff like that. And then of course the multi-tool, having options to that as well. Maybe instead of a multi-tool you have a wrench, or like stuff that sort of can vary, and some stuff that you unlock, and you can like create a build that works well with your friends when you're playing. It's definitely something that we will start working on quite soon. Exactly how all these things will come together it's not something we can commit to today, but rest assured we will that's something we are seriously discussing, seriously kind of putting in our own roadmap internally, because I kind of feel like myself when I'm joining Daniel's server, and he's sitting there like, oh, what components should we have for this mission? I'm like, yeah, but I can't be part of that. I wanna gear my character out, you know. So definitely that's something that's gonna happen. But we'll not be there for early access, but like very shortly, as sort of we move into it.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of ways to do player progression. It's like people are asking about like skill trees, more defined classes, giving the different suits more like
Does
competitive
the
buffs.
suit differ?
Yeah,
That sounds like a good question.
Yeah, probably
They do
not.
not
No.
today. No.
They're gonna be cosmetic, but we still want the upgrades to be separated from the cosmetic thing. So like, people don't figure out, oh yeah, this suit is the best one, and then everybody looks the same, or like, oh yeah, you love the look of this character, so you don't care about unlocking the rest of the suits or something like that. I think that's a bit sad. So yeah, we have a solution for how those things are gonna be, but I don't think the visuals of the suit will be tied to any gameplay stuff. Those will be separate things.
Yeah, you can just look nice if you want to. You don't
Yeah,
have to lock yourself to an ugly suit.
How we will monetize the game, Daniel?
Yes.
It's gonna be subscription based. With
Yeah, we're gonna have season
pass.
no, one season every week.
Yes.
You can buy 30 days of game time using keepsake tokens.
Yes.
Buy them from our website.
And then you can
It's
go
all
to this
crypto.
website where you can trade coins with each other. And maybe if you're lucky, you will get a new weapon skin if you put in some coins.
Yeah.
No.
You can buy a horse.
Yeah. But it will be a price, obviously, for it. Just like
You buy the game for
You
your
buy the
hard-earned
game,
money.
you get the game, you play the game.
Yeah.
and
Maybe we will do cosmetic DLCs. Maybe we will do original soundtrack. Blah blah blah. You can purchase.
I want my gold helmet. That's what I want.
Maybe you can buy gold helmet. Maybe you can buy pink. We'll see.
Yeah,
Just
that's,
like,
that's my one request.
Yes.
Like, can we put pink behind a paywall so I don't get to see all the bug reports with screaming pink ships and interiors?
You have to let this go, man. They're gonna do pink. No, but yeah. So just good old fashioned normal DLC.
Yeah.
No season pass. No battle pass. It's just gonna be, here's the game. Do you want a bit of extra bling? Here's some bling, and then we're gonna release content while, like, for years, since it's early access.
Yeah.
So
Golden ship paint and Star Trek decals.
Boom. Extra expensive.
Yeah. If people want it and I hate it, then I'll just put it behind a DLC. No, I think like DLC, I think we'll just be very restrictive about these types of things, and focus on making the core game as good as it possibly can be.
We're big fans of like how Deep Rock has been developing their game and their premium model, and we'll probably emulate it.
Clearly they're successful, so
Yes.
we're just gonna do what they do, and hopefully
We're gonna be
works.
successful too.
Yeah.
Right? That's how it works.
Well, by the looks of the numbers right now, I think
Yeah.
we got a shot. We got a shot.
Yeah.
what else?
Do we got some other good questions? Gnome? No
More
PvP.
enemy
No.
types. Yeah. Oh yeah. So no PvP ever. We're just we're gonna keep saying that. More plans for more enemy types. Yeah. So like different factions. Where's the story gonna go? Are we gonna see real aliens?
We'll see.
Yeah, we'll see.
Anything's possible, right?
Yeah, we're
If
definitely.
you buy 1 million copies, I promise you.
Battleship.
Next promise. Battleship and new enemy types. Boom.
No, we will.
Battleship and space sharks.
Yeah,
Yes.
new
Yes!
enemies. We don't think that sort of the amount of types of enemies that we have is definitely like not nearly what we want it to be, both on foot and ships as well. So we're definitely gonna work on that all the time, progressively throughout the project. Are we gonna get frustrated of just modeling robots all the time? I think so.
Yeah.
What are the options then? Well, only the fantasy. Your own fantasy is the limit there. So I'm not gonna make any promises, but
Robots with flesh.
Robots
it's like the
start making their own.
what's it called? Skrog, or what was the Quake? Krog? No, what was it?
What?
Yeah, but you know the Strog. Yes.
Okay.
Strog.
I'm too young for this. I don't
Yes,
know.
you are.
Stroga.
Grog?
What was that Quake game called when they have the opening sequence where you become a Strog character and they kind of chop your. It's like the most disturbing
Really?
intro sequence I've ever played. Yeah, it was
I
very
played
Quake.
Action
Quake
Quake.
4. Okay, thank
Is
you.
Played
it,
Action
uh,
Quake, that's it.
Is it
So
Quake
disturbing.
Champions that like has the like dinosaur?
No idea.
I don't know. I just know that Quake 4 was yeah. Commands for BuddyBot in solo play. I think we will get there definitely. It's been talked about a lot. Telling him to maybe focus on certain things or tell him to not do certain things at all. We also have like a list of things that the BuddyBot does very poorly right now, and there are some things he doesn't do at all. And we will progressively improve him as we move along. So, yeah, we'll definitely have some sort of dialogue wheel at some point where you can like tell him to do certain things. I can't promise like exactly when that's gonna happen, but pretty soon, I think for sure. All right. What engine do you use?
Engine, like for the game?
Yeah.
It's Unity.
We're not sure actually.
Yeah, I don't know.
We've just been closing our eyes.
Yeah.
There's this thing. It keeps
Unity.
crashing in my face. I guess that's the one. Yeah, we use Unity.
What was that? Will the game be better optimized? So it takes. I mean,
Less what?
Resources.
Less pain. Yeah, I mean, we're definitely optimizing the game. We actually thought people would be a lot more upset about the performance. We're not happy where the performance is, and we thought, oh god, people are gonna hate us for how badly this thing runs. Happily surprised by how okay you guys have been with the performance, but I don't think anybody in the office is happy with how it's running right now. So it's definitely something that we will be working on throughout, I think.
I saw someone asking like how big is the studio and how many are we? We're currently 16 people in the office, and then we have an audio music team helping us out as well. I think there are 3, and then we have some porting guys helping us as well. There are 2, and then we have a QA team helping us as well. And that QA team fluctuates a bit depending on how much help we're asking for. And they are usually 4.
Yeah.
So how many are we up to?
I don't know. I didn't count.
20-ish.
20-ish. Yeah, but
it fluctuates.
Yeah, but us making the game, the studio itself is 16.
Yeah.
So
When we started, we were 5.
yeah.
And then we've been slowly. We started in 2021 in February, or no, April. Sorry.
Sure.
Yeah. And it's been fluctuating a bit, but now we're 16 in house. Yeah.
oh yeah, and on the topic of performance, some people have pointed out like some more graphic options to just turn it way down for the potato PCs.
Potato mode. Yeah, I think we can see what we can do there.
Yeah.
I mean, we're super open to.
We want to be as standard as possible. Like,
Yeah.
we'll get there eventually. We
Mm.
just haven't had time to put in everything.
Yeah. Someone is spamming VR support. Sorry, bro. Not gonna happen.
That's a whole nother can of beans. Take it from me.
No,
I used to work on VR games.
Yeah, I've done a lot of
yeah.
VR.
I'm sorry, that's just not.
Slapping it on something that wasn't planned for VR is like, I would rather do crossplay than try and make VR work. Yeah, probably not.
Here's a good question. Is there an option to hide the UI to take screenshots or video?
Oh yeah, photo mode.
Photo mode, video mode. Actually, we have a tool in-house when we do our trailers that hides the UI, that kind of can do a lot of cool shit with the camera. So you can sort of attach the camera to ships or any moving object and make really cool shots with it. Our plan is to make this tool available for everybody. But yeah, there is some sort of right now. There's some hidden features and sort of hidden buttons, and it's a little bit like you need to be a little bit of a specialist to be able to use it. But we'll definitely ship that with the game at some point, and sort of we probably make like a little bit of an update. It would be fun actually if we could sort of like once we launch that, we kind of have like a competition with people making mini trailers or something.
Yeah, of course.
To use the tool. I think that would be super cool.
Community challenges to get the coolest kill shot.
Yeah. 2 guns, it's in a ship. Definitely something we are talking about. I have a design for that I want to make happen. Can't promise it will be within the next weeks, but within the coming months, I think it will happen. We've seen a lot of requests about that. Having the 4th player feeling like they don't always have much to do. I have a good design that's going to happen. It will not be just 2 combat stations next to each other, but it will be a design that kind of works almost as good as having 2 combat stations. Will the game operate like a live service with constant updates and endgame content for stop getting updates after 1.0? So 1.0, we don't really know when that's going to happen. If we sell a lot of copies, I think 1.0 will be very far in the future.
Yeah.
Our plan is, our hopes and plans is like that we will be able to continue working on this game for years.
Yeah.
And
if you buy 1 million copies, Filip will build a battleship.
I will. I can personally make it. I will personally model that battleship.
We are so locked in for jump ship.
I used to do all the art for the game and everything. So yeah. I'll just have our art director approve of my wonderful designs.
I actually think, like, for the audience, I actually think you should look up Hyperspace Pirates of Atira. You will see like how cool.
The original.
Filip built.
I have a YouTube channel.
The old prototype is super cool.
I think my username is Koleanos, right? Yeah. So you can see how the game looked like way back.
Yeah.
And then that was just me working on it, doing everything. So if you're curious, then have a look.
So regarding the cosplay conversation that's happened now, okay, Sven said when we hit 1 million copies, can I cosplay as Buddy? And I was like, that's it's like a cardboard version of Buddy, confirmed. Give us 1 million copies and I will
I will do whatever you want.
I will make a cardboard cosplay of Buddy with the paint and everything. Swear on my heart.
Yeah.
God, we're overpromising.
And I love the idea of a battleship that is like you're 4 players and you have this giant thing, and like there's like 1 combat station like 500 meters that way.
Yeah, actually, maybe you've already seen the battleship, even if you didn't think about it.
Oh,
maybe
yeah.
people have missed it.
Yeah. We're gonna put it out there. There is actually a model somewhere that we have released.
Maybe some of you have
in
seen
some moving image format.
Yeah.
So
are we? Oh, one question here. Are we going to get more boarding ships and interiors for them?
Yeah, for sure.
Boom. You heard it here first.
Yeah, so it's funny, like I can appreciate like the boarding experience is a bit lackluster right now. Like you grapple to something and nothing is threatening you, so that's even a strategy to kind of win at different destinations. And the boarding experience of the bigger Corvette is also like a bit lackluster. It's like actually what's in the game is more of a tech demo. Like, at least from my point of view, it's not like, oh yeah, this is the coolest boarding experience. It's more like, hey, it technically works. And then we kind of left it there. So it's something that we will pick up and improve on soon. And sort of especially making sure that, it's not a winning strategy just to grapple onto ships and then shooting destructibles and that's all you do, right? I mean, it kind of sucks. We haven't spent all this time for the technology to work and then not utilize it, having so don't have to worry about that. We're definitely gonna make it
better. Yeah.
Cool.
All right,
maybe
it's getting close. More than 2 or 3 more questions.
Yeah,
you did the honor.
Let's try to do some speed rounds. I'm trying to check what haven't we touched on. that. Yeah, we're gonna improve. Just
Why
ship
don't
out-
you release the demo as early access? You want to pay $80 for this demo? Like, come on.
Not eight.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, it's not
I
gonna
would
be
pay
$80.
$90.
Yeah.
$1 million.
It's like we can do better than this. So
Yeah.
we want to give you the best possible.
Yeah,
like
sure.
version.
We want to improve on what we have, for sure.
Yeah.
There is still bugs, still crashes.
And it will still be bugs and crashes in early access as well. Hopefully fewer. But yeah.
Early
access roadmap.
Yeah, we will have one when we launch the early access.
Yeah. When we plan stuff out,
Yeah.
and it's gonna be made by me
Yeah,
only.
yeah.
Um,
Internally, we have like a little bit of a timeline,
Yes.
but then we're gonna
Then
let
we
it simmer down.
shuffle it around every day, and
And then
then
Morten,
someone else comes with a new idea, like, oh fuck yeah, we need to do that instead.
yeah.
And
then Morten will make it pretty, and
Yes.
then
pretty boy.
Yeah.
you will get access to it.
Fixing storage areas. Yeah, I mean, we know people have trouble placing stuff at the very top, so we're gonna fix.
That's
We're
like
gonna sell
number
high
one.
heels for the.
Yeah,
smaller
we just
ladders
move
for you to
up the
step-
camera a little bit, and then it's sold.
Song choices for the boombox. Yes, we're gonna have more bumped tunes. And it's actually gonna work. Randy Pitchford, huh?
What?
Could the game vary in price in different parts of the world?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Yes.
But I guess most games do that, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's standard today. Regional pricing.
Game Pass discussions.
What do you want to know? Will we be in Game Pass? No, we won't be in Game Pass.
will not.
No Game Pass.
Switch 2?
Not right now.
No.
No. No. We'll see.
We're monitoring the situation.
Yes.
If
Options
the
to-
Switch 2 is doing well enough and enough people are
Maybe
playing
you will be able to play our game on the Switch as well. No.
it, we'll see.
We'll see. We're quite.
Palette ship countermeasures. So this is like one that keeps coming up. The funny part here is like there is an engine in the game that has that as an ability. So if you have this particular engine installed, you can deploy countermeasures. But it's not in the demo, so you can't try it there. But the feature is there. So yeah, it does exist already. Yeah.
Yeah. All right, 2 more questions.
Okay, yeah, okay.
Do it.
Something quick. Come on. Give me something good.
All right, I'll check the Twitch.
Give me something good. Someone mentioned something about like like changing color of like the crosshairs. I guess the ship one, because people said like the dots are kind of hard to see. We can add accessibility stuff.
That's fine.
Yeah, that's coming. To make sure like.
Oh, here's a question. Good question. Question: will there be more integration between roles, such as the engineer charging the boosters for the pilot, or the scanning station helping the gunners target enemies to deal more damage, or something to allow more overlap between players to help the ship as a whole?
Short answer is yes. We have, like for example, the sensor display being able to help gunners shooting. There's actually a component in the full game though where you can.
The early access game.
Sorry,
Yeah.
early access game. Yeah.
A big difference.
In sort of not the demo that you can sort of tag ships, and like if they're tagged, all damage dealt to them will do more damage. So there is a bunch of components like that. We are definitely looking into adding more interactions throughout the ship, more things breaking down. I think we have had some critique about the engineer panel being like a bit lame. Just put anything on the grid and then you're fine.
Yeah.
Don't expect that to be the norm. I think there will be a lot of emergencies, crises, enemies, ships, or events that sort of can put some surprises on the engineering panel for sure. So yeah, we definitely have a lot of ideas that we will put in when it comes to different types of crises that you haven't seen yet, as well as events and enemies that will have effects on the ship that are not in there either.
There's gonna be a guy just standing by the power grid.
Yeah.
Like just. No.
Yeah. there be any story cutscenes or any
Yeah.
unique narrative aspects of the game? Yes.
Let's make that last one. Story
There
stuff.
will be. We already have,
More than
but
you
everybody's
said.
spamming escape, so I don't see it. But but there is in the demo right now we have a cutscene when you start the game. So don't spam X or escape. And then there is one when you start the prologue. We also have like a small cutscene-esque thing. And there will be more of those as you progress, finishing ventures and missions throughout the game. So yes, definitely. Is that the last one? One last.
More time.
Okay, one more.
All right.
One more. Let's see. What is some very specific? Okay, I'm on, like a very specific one about modding, but I can answer that in the mod.
Someone asked about if there are any Easter eggs
Oh yes.
that hasn't been found.
That's
There
cool.
is one that is pretty awesome that
What?
nobody has found.
Really?
Like, yeah, there was one person who hacked open the game and found a sound file.
Mm-hmm.
And we're like, what the fuck is this sound about? And then they kind of figured out the Easter egg. And kind of, but I think it's only one person, and that person already found it, but nobody else has. But so I'm not gonna say.
If that's the one that I think I've seen, then yeah, I think only one person has actually
Yeah.
recorded it.
So there is an Easter egg that I don't think people have figured out yet.
Boom. Now we
Yeah.
have something to do for the weekend.
Go for
boys.
it.
Like, oh, that's my favorite. The
And-
gif.
and,
This is
yeah.
stupid.
And good luck to my speedrunners. Keep. Can we get sub 4 minutes? Do your best.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're gonna wrap up. Thank you everyone for playing the demo
Tuning in.
and
Oh yeah.
helping us
Yeah.
get so far. I mean, this is crazy. We're
Again, yeah, thank you everyone for playing, and we're looking forward to the Early Access launch and for you to continue playing in Early Access this summer.
summer.
All right then.
Bye bye.
Bye.
Cool beans.